I'm dead.
And I am going to I'm going to start this off with an age-old classic. What's
Dumb.
up, bitches?
God damn it.
God.
I knew he was going to say that.
It's an age-old classic. I haven't said it in a minute.
Is it? Between that and
Oh my god, my chicken sandwich.
Alright, aside from him.
All right. Well, I got to put that in outer context now.
Chicken sandwich?
Okay. So,
My bad, it's at the microwave.
I've only given Goblin, Gust, and Crystal notes, but the gist of it is you've all basically woken up in this world, and a woman has come to greet you and bring you into her home, where she is being very hospitable. You can tell that she is safe. You can tell that she is not someone who's trying to attack you or trying to hurt you. But as you all are on your way to her home, you notice that the place you're in is very different from anything you've ever known. The sky is pink and lavender. There are, even though it is obviously daytime, well, for the first four of you, it is nighttime for Crystal. There are 3 moons that stay in the sky at all times, no matter what time during the day, that look like they're made of crystal. Not, the character, but the actual.
No, the moons are me.
They're just giant crystals. And another thing that you can notice is that for some reason the air tastes almost sweet. It's almost as if everything in this land is inviting and welcoming, and it wants you to stay. But as you're walking through the forest towards who you are now to know as Carolyn, as you're walking through the forest towards her home, you can feel a tension as if you're being watched. As if at all points, no matter where you're walking or where you look, something is keeping track of your every movement. It's only until you get to the small clearing of her home where you feel more at ease. And yet, it's where you all are. So, Goblin was the first to awaken and arrive, followed by Gust, followed by Derek, followed by Jackery, and at last Crystal. So I guess just, feel free to move yourselves and introduce yourselves. In this really horrible map of mine, thank you.
I am unable to move my token.
I too am unable to move my token.
You may have accidentally put them on the map layer.
Give me a small tutorial. What am I supposed to do? Drew or Jordan, help me.
Oh, what you can do is just go in the top left corner where your pointer is, one down from it, where the layers are. Go to your map layer and just make sure that these tokens are not on the map layer. Just right-click on them. Select a token with the left click and then right-click on it and hit Send to Token Layer.
Lego? Yeah.
It's not giving me that option, but I get it. Don't worry. It's technical difficulty. But it's tight. So Crystal is fixed. So is Derek. You are now opaque. Ignore that. Don't mind me. You're not as easy to see, but you're not Ghost. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
I have control over my token.
Alright, there we go.
Yay, bird.
Why does Goblin's HP just sitting there?
Why do I still not have control over my token?
Okay, it's a learning experience.
Not allowed.
Boblin was built too powerful.
You're controlling him. No, you should be fine. Hold on, let me see. Nope, everything's good with Boblin. You should have control over him.
I will refresh the page
Mm-hmm.
because Roll20
Is
is
everyone else good?
a bitch of a bitch.
Drew is good. Drew has control of Bird.
Alright, lit. You will notice that, yes, there are 2 sheep,
Ant is good.
2
Ant
cats, and a tortoise. They're not there for any reason. Just, you wanted to know.
Just 'cause.
Wait. 'Tis time for thine character descriptions, lads.
Alright, Boblin. Start us off.
Oh, Goblin's going first?
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna do this in the regular voice because y'all don't get to hear the Boblin voice yet.
Oh my god.
As you all wake up, you see in this small couch, in this couch, is it small? Would it be considered a small couch?
Consider it a small couch.
In this small couch, you see an even smaller person. Palish dark green, as if his skin tone couldn't decide whether to be lighter or darker. With finely cut nails, probably the best hands you've ever seen. With what you could tell would be a full head of hair if he didn't shave it every day. And yellow eyes. Boblin the Goblin. Yes, that's his full name. He looks like he weighs around 50 pounds. And
Eat the goblin.
if he stood next to you, he would not come up to your kneecaps depending on how tall you are. In other words, my man's is 2'11".
Dear God.
He's so tiny.
I'm gonna eat the goblin.
I need the goblin.
As he wakes up, stretches, looks around, and says, "My oh my." Jeez! Oh my God. That was a weird bubble. What? Who are these people?
Boblin, you had a note for a reason.
I have a very short attention span.
You watched Carolyn bring them into the home.
I never learned their names.
Alright. So if we're gonna go in order, then I guess Gus would be next.
Who's next?
You.
You.
Oh, me? Oh, boy. So I was in the middle of reading the note.
Oh, you're here.
So I notice in the note it says everyone came in, but it doesn't say everyone introduced themselves. So
It would make sense for Boblin not to know these people.
In the corner here, just kind of monitoring everyone from a short distance, is a large black bird just kind of sitting in the corner, his head twitching as new things catch his attention. And this this big bird here is Gust. Yeah, a Kenku from a rather large city where Kenkus aren't very common. And even among the Kenku, poor Gust here has himself a speech impediment. Whereas normal Kenku can repeat anything that they've heard throughout their entire lives, poor Gust here can only repeat things that he's recently heard. So don't get used to trying to have a full-blown conversation with him.
I am going to have all of the full-blown conversations.
He has only a small handful of words actually memorized that he can use. And 3 of those words are Gust is bird. So, not good on conversation, but a peace-loving guy all the same, and is always eager to make new friends.
Does he say things in different connotations?
Nope, he says things like you would expect a parrot to say them.
Oh God.
So he's like Bumblebee from the Michael Bay Transformers movie,
But better.
But better, because all he will do, if you say something to him, if he feels he can respond using the words you just used, he will.
Mm-hmm.
For example, at one point, somebody turned to him and said, "Hey, do you think this is the key to the door that we found earlier?" His response was, "Key to the door."
There you go.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, that works.
I love Gust.
Imagine that with
I love
but
him
even
so much.
short-term memory. So yeah, all right, cool. I dig it.
And
I
there is one other
adore Gust.
there is one other phrase that he knows, but I'll let that be a secret for now.
All right.
I love how Ant already knows what it is.
I absolutely
I could
adore
wait.
Gust with my entire heart.
I love this already. And that would lead us to Derek. Aaron, your character.
All right. Okay, so all right, hold on. Wait, let me scroll up a little bit.
Oh, that's good. Cough.
Yeah, cough and like die right before session. Okay. Okay. So what has it? What did everyone just fall asleep at their respective places and woke up or something? Is that what happened?
No. So you all woke up basically in a forest that you didn't recognize, and when you could tell that you've never been in
Okay.
before.
And
Carolyn
just
went to
one at a
retrieve
time.
it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was just saying. Oh, and then we all just pretty much just trickled in that one house one at a time.
Yeah. So Boblin was the first, Gus was the second, and you were the third.
Okay, cool. All right. I have never written an introduction for him, so get ready. All right. So Derek. All right. So, he's a cleric of Loki. He's still probably a little wet from that river that swept him up and brought him to a forest somehow. I don't know how it works. Anyway. I don't know. He thought he heard his sister across a river, but then he got swept up and nearly drowned. So surprised to be alive. Thinks maybe it was a bad stroke of luck, maybe a joke. He's not really too sure. He's just here in a strange world, trying to find his sister. He's I already mentioned he's still a little damp. His hair is very messy. Probably one of his dwarven braids he's undone a little bit. Wait, I forgot. What did I write for his freaking height? His height is he's a whopping. Crap, where did I write that?
Over there.
No, Drew, it's right there.
Ah, of course. How could I miss it? It's so obvious.
No, wait.
Oh, it's Derek with an A.
Yeah.
What?
Dwarven name. Yeah, so Derek Ungert is his name, all right? So, where he used to be, he was treated like dog shit, his sister went off on adventures, he's kind of just left there on his own. So then finally he left He had an opportunity to leave, became a cleric, and now he's here. And now he's just wondering, is there some fucking food in here? I'm fucking starving.
You say that out loud.
What?
Did
Hello?
he say that out loud?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yes or no? That's all
Okay.
it is. Did he say it aloud?
Yes, he did. Like he said out loud, "Hey, have you guys found any food here? I'm fucking starving."
Wow. And he
Starving?
points to the table.
Afraid do you not see
All right.
giant chicken?
What is on the table? Giant chicken? Like, is there actually a giant chicken on the table, or is that just
Is
for
that an entire rotisserie chicken?
The biggest rotisserie chicken you've
Oh
ever
boy, I
seen.
love rotisserie chicken.
Every rotisserie chicken is the biggest rotisserie chicken I've ever seen.
Oh my god!
Alright. Now it is Jackery.
I'm sorry.
Introduce your character.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Fully
So-
expect that. What's up? I'm Jackery. That's it.
Zachary Boxworth, known as Jack Box for short, is a man from, I forget where we established. I want to say New Jersey. He's about 6'1", gray, messy hair, kind of dirty. He's been drifting for a long time, necessarily invested in his, drinking, passing out, and especially excited to be here. The team. And I'm sorry, do I introduce like him in this situation, or do I introduce him just as his character?
Oh,
Just how you want to introduce your character. Like, they're seeing him for the first time. How does he look? Are the things you want them to know about your character?
Right. Well, my character himself would want you all to know that he's very confused and very angry. He doesn't know what's going on. He's not necessarily, once again, happy to be here, but he's here now. And so he is just kind of, well, he'll give you some exposition from his side of things, but for now, he's just generally in a pretty bad mood. And the rest will follow suit.
Well, that leaves us with Crystal.
All right, here we go.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna say.
I feel that.
Improv, my brain.
Sometimes you just gotta wing it.
I know.
It'll work.
well, how do you think I introduced Boblin?
Yeah. Okay. So Crystal Sage is 120. She is Wood Elf. And she's got lavender hair. She's probably about 5 foot. She's got her staff with mushrooms all over it, and she's got a big giant hat. And she's kind of just looking around, very, very confused, and just not excited that there's a bunch of new people because she hasn't even been around people in like 20 years because the Wood Elves kind of just were like, no, you're like, death is fine, go away. So they kind of just sent her to a cabin in her forest, and so the fact that there's like 5 other people in this room that she knows none of, she's just like, what the fuck is going on? That's why as soon as she sat down, she immediately moved again so she could have a better view of everyone and her back not to everyone. And yeah, she's gonna be super freaking awkward because she's got a 7 in charisma. So
beautiful.
So that's gonna be fun.
It's okay. You can hang out with the bird.
The bird does
Okay,
not
how,
speak unless
how good is
spoken
that
to.
fucking? Well, what was that? Could you repeat that?
Jordan, will you say that again?
Oh, I said the bird doth not speak unless spoken to.
Well, there you go. Dark is having some of that chicken. How good is that chicken?
Nah.
How's Crystal's cooking?
You.
Boblin is going to kind of tenderly, gingerly walk up to Crystal.
Nope, that's not me.
Oh, there she is, right over there.
I'm over here by the rotisserie chicken.
Oh, that means I'm right by Crystal.
Right.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah,
Move my.
there you are. Yeah, it's just gonna walk up
Put me
gingerly
like.
to Crystal.
I like your hat.
Thank you.
Yeah. And walks away.
I'm just.
Hey, you want to have some of this chicken?
Oh, what have I done? Oh God.
You've deleted my hit points.
My God.
Don't mind it. Don't mind it. It's fine.
So the chicken
Gus
was
died.
All right, there we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Gus died in session 0. Jeez, this is gonna be a really fucking campaign.
Right?
For all to come.
Sudden death. Jesus Christ.
All right. So as you guys, as we're doing this, as you guys are gathering around the table, you can see Carolyn just kind of sitting in the corner, staring off into the distance. She's not exactly ignoring you. She just looks exhausted from her day. But she is there, obviously.
She's on the couch.
She's on the couch. And she is there to, answer any questions you would like, anything you have. But as far as you know, all she has told you is that she is alone. There is no one who lives with her. She lives in the forest, off site, basically, on the edge of the kingdom. Not something she explained to you. She hasn't exactly told you where you are, but she has explained that as for now, you guys are isolated in the edge of the forest.
Oh, so I'm probably very comfortable.
Probably.
As I just continually inch closer or farther and farther away from everyone into the corner.
Dwarf and chicken.
Gus slowly just turns to watch as you walk away. And just... and goes back to the pie.
Hey, I see you eyeing that pie. You want any of it?
What?
I could pass you a
Okay, what
slice.
is it?
Pass a
what's
slice.
Oh.
All right. Derek passes Bob on a little
No.
slice. No,
Gus.
no, Gus. Oh, sorry.
Gus.
Oh, sorry.
Boblin is currently trying to jump up to the table because he can't reach any of the food.
At least climb in a chair or something.
Right, just crawl on Derek.
Who is? Derek is freaking who?
Wasn't he a halfling?
No, he's a dwarf.
He's a dwarf. Oh,
I'm
well,
also-
Bob.
I'm also 211. I'm not climbing over anyone without absolute. I also have an 8 in strength, so
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
I hope you guys don't find out what class I am.
I'm pretty sure you told everybody what class you are.
Yeah, but do they remember?
Barbarian.
Yeah, they
Yeah, I
remember.
remember.
Hey, y'all want to see a magic trick?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Ha ha ha. I've turned the whole room blue.
It's beautiful.
Oh, wait. I think the only one who can see it is Katie. Katie, I turned the whole room blue.
Oh. Well, I saw it. It's beautiful. I don't know how to show everybody else, but it's amazing.
Oh, beautiful. That's blue.
It's good. Oh, that was correctly normal. Alright. Everyone's introduced themselves, everyone's eating. I'm gonna say, oh wait, Crystal, where the hell are you going?
I'm just slowly moving away from everyone because I don't do people.
Well, hold on. Don't go in
No.
there. 9 dead bodies
There's
in
a
there.
little.
For all you know, our host is an axe murderer. Are you an axe murderer, miss?
Carolyn just doesn't respond, but rolls her eyes.
All right, I
Oh.
guess she's an axe murderer, guys.
You know,
Yes.
I ran into an axe murderer one time.
Oh god. Starting.
He took one of my kneecaps. Granted, I got it back, but like, it just hasn't been the same since.
Hasn't been the same since.
This guy gets it.
Well, damn.
Alright.
You know, it ain't
Oh,
been the
you-
first time I've taken someone's kneecaps.
God, it was you?
Probably not. Who's to say? I can't quite remember. Let me tell you, back in Jersey, it got pretty intense. Not too often did a kneecap go missing, but when it did, well,
You think you know the guy who took my kneecap and then ended up having to give it back? We won't discuss why he had to give it back.
well, I mean, giving it back, you probably just got the wrong guy. Just the right thing to do, you know.
They're gonna go run.
Leveling up if you're really quick, so I can go back. My current hit point is 201. Anyways. So, as you're all conversing and talking about, you see Carolyn kind of gather up the energy just to stand again. And she just kind of saunters towards you guys, not really at any sort of pace, but she is trying to gather your attention.
Oh, look, the axe murderer moves.
Like,
I've seen an axe murderer. She's more of a hippie.
If you're trying to move the token so that it's not aligned to the grid, just hold the Alt button when you release.
oh, I didn't mind. I was just like, whatever. But there we go. So she kind of sits down and she looks at all of you and she kind of, oh, hello, Boblin. She smiles over at Boblin, the first one she met. Her and Boblin have had quite many conversations. He's a very talkative lad. A very charming lad in her eyes. She hadn't had the time to really get to know or talk to Crystal, nor Jackery really, but Derek and Gust have been there for quite some time. As they're filled in on most things, on most of what she told everybody else, she begins to ask you, Don, what are you doing? Okay, I'm
Yes, so
sorry.
tell us what Zion is doing? Oh my.
I'm so sorry. No. I'm sorry.
Oh me, oh my.
She says, I'm sure you're all very confused, and I was too when I first came here. I'm not exactly sure as it's been many years. And she continues, as she continues, she kind of looks sad, but she looks confused herself as if she never really figured anything out. She I'm getting too distracted. I'm so sorry, guys.
You're good.
Well, I was just playing with the cat and I just like that.
In all honesty, I thought they were weirder.
Alright. So, even though Carolyn is older, you can tell that she very much is not faded in any way. She's still very lively. She's still very conscious. She speaks very elegantly, very eloquently. She seems to know something that she doesn't want to say out loud, and you can all feel it, but she's not giving any indication of what it could actually be. She's just more or less waiting for you guys to say something or ask her something, or you know what I mean? Like she's not exactly offering anything quite yet because she's not sure of what you guys know or where you guys truly are from. She knows about as little of you as you do of her.
Makes sense.
That's a goblin who told her bits and pieces of his life.
Yeah, except no. Do you guys have any questions for her? Do you?
Yeah. You know what? As a matter of fact, I got a question. Where the hell am I? Like I was on. Listen, I was on my way to Church's Chicken not that long ago. I remember stumbling down the sidewalk and slipping. I hit my head on one of the storm drain thingies, and now I'm here. Now I want to ask, who are you? And I promise I'll pay you.
So Carolyn looks at Jackery and she smiles and says, well, this is the underground. It's not exactly a place that is anywhere particular. It's almost a paradox of itself. How you came here, I don't know. And how you're going to leave, I don't know. But I do know that where you are isn't exactly easy to explain. You'd have to go and talk to the king to understand that. But getting in an audience with the king is extremely difficult. So, for now, you're just kind of stuck here.
Okay. I mean, Jesus, I don't understand any of this science mumbo jumbo. You know what? Forget it. Do any of you have any like answers that make any sense? Because whoever this is, who clearly doesn't know where the hell we're. I'm not believing it. What if I jump by them? There's no king. Where the hell am I going? Point me in the direction of the nearest somewhere.
Your character's from Jersey, right?
I mean, it might be.
What?
He thinks he's from Jersey. He doesn't know.
I was gonna say, if he thinks he's from Jersey, how would he react to seeing a goblin and a 5 foot something bird?
Yeah, that's a good question. Or a dwarf. Well, okay, maybe a dwarf will probably be like, I've seen him before, but but to a goblin though, yeah.
Or an elf.
Or an elf, yeah.
Let's just say Jackery Boxworth has seen some shit before and has hallucinated on a number of occasions, so he just thinks he's probably full enough. both hasn't come down yet.
You live in Jersey long enough, you see some shit.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm typing something.
Is that notification like for everyone? Like everyone has noticed that, or what?
If you choose to notice it, yes.
Okay.
If you choose to ignore it, that's up to your character. If your character would even notice something like that. But it's not like she's hiding it.
Boblin takes notice of the look and says, it's the same look that I got from Mr. Godsworth. Oh man, that man hated me. Although to be fair, I was part of the reason his whole entire business burned down.
Did you burn it down?
I mean, physically, like personally, no. I had nothing against the business, but it was caused by me. Yeah, like I didn't do anything. It's kind of difficult to explain. Carolyn knows what I mean when I say that, but like, let's just say I have very bad luck.
Bad luck.
Bad luck. Welcome to the club.
Yeah, full disclosure, he totally burned that shit down.
Well, if you call being chased,
So we like the bad luck club, just ended up here and then having to get audience with some random guy that we came and see.
Yes, because the king is truly a random guy.
if you call being chased by fire elementals and trying to hide in what you think is an abandoned building, burning it down purposefully, then yeah, I guess you could say purposefully.
Well, I got this for insurance plan. I understand. I was chasing you. I was get pissed off.
Don't even ask how I started getting chased by fire elementals. Oh boy, that's a story within itself.
Okay, I didn't hear what you said.
I said, don't ask about how I started getting chased by fire elementals. That's a story within itself.
Story within itself.
Well, now I'm interested.
And this guy gets it.
What? That guy just fucking repeat you. What are you? Are you like dressed up as a crow? What might you be?
What'd you say?
Why, are we talking to a giant bird right now? What is that?
Gusta's bird.
You heard him. Gust is a bird.
What kind of guidance and dancing bullshit clubs is it? Just grew up with a fucking beat. Gotta be awesome.
But if you're interested in how I started getting chased by fire elementals, let me tell you.
I'm actually genuinely curious. Go ahead.
Oh, it's not every day you end up in the middle of a volcano and you strike up a conversation with this young fire elemental who happens to really like typical cooking, so you try. Unfortunately, it happens to be Tuesday, and Tuesday is when most of the dishes you make aren't that good, apparently, to societal standards. And, well, You cook them something, they don't like it. They take major offense that you use volcanic rocks to try to make something even slightly reminiscent to a taco, and you end up getting chased out of a volcano that was on the brink of erupting, but the rage of the fire elementals ended up making it erupt. You end up getting chased out of the volcano. You end up running to a nearby city, of which again you think is abandoned because you don't see anybody out. Granted, it was about 2 a.m. in the morning, so. And, well, one thing leads to another. The entire city gets burned down, and you're run out of a city and a volcano.
Is that how the shop burned down?
Yeah,
How are you alive?
that's a very good question.
Very good question.
So, how'd all you get here? Like, I nearly fucking drowned. How'd you guys get here?
Oh, I got stomped on by a giant.
A giant?
Yeah, a giant. Like, a storm giant. You know?
Huh.
So what's he got to be like 5'9"?
Huh?
I mean, a giant to you, you're like what, 2 foot, 2.5? What's a giant to you, like a toddler?
Oh, no. It was kind of the size of a skyscraper. But, yeah. Yeah.
And where the hell was a giant the size of a skyscraper?
You know, I couldn't tell you the exact location, but it was kind of off the border of
Mexico.
the ethereal forest and your mom's house.
So what the fuck?
That's a good one. Also, what's a taco? I've heard people mention tacos like twice. So, what's a taco?
I only make them on Tuesdays. But oh boy, when I make you one.
All right, now we have to know. DM, is it Tuesday?
Sounds amazing.
No, it is Wednesday.
Oh, damn.
Hi, dudes.
Trust me, if it was
Damn, we have
Tuesday,
a week.
Things would be going a lot different.
yeah, things would be a lot different.
And I'm sorry for I'm typing this out. I'm not having a good speaking day, so I'm typing it out like a freaking so that way you guys have it.
No worries.
So I am doing stuff. You're not just wandering aimlessly. I'm doing stuff.
Cool.
I was going to say all this out loud, but
Now, the way I ended up in the volcano is a completely different story.
Well, I'm not biting.
So, our glorious host. What do we have to do to get audience with this king you speak of?
I'm typing. Give me a second. Alright. Just give me a second. My ADHD is attacked me. I'm so sorry.
You're okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
No worries. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go grab a drink.
Okay.
Drink now, lemon Arizona.
You're done.
Hey, any of you guys try the pie already?
Oh, the bird and the dwarf did.
All right, what's it made out of? What's the pie?
I don't know.
What? What's the pie? What are you staring at me? What's the pie? What flavor is it? What's in the fucking pie?
Well, if I'm looking at the interiors, it looks like a shepherd's pie.
What's that made out of? Lamb?
Meat, potatoes, other
So what
ingredients.
hold on. So you're telling me that we're in a mystical fucking land. You're on some shit. I'm a big bird standing right next to me. And you mean to tell me this is a normal fucking shepherd's pie? Yeah.
Well, what did you expect it to be made out of? Fairies?
I mean, it may as well fucking be. I don't know where the hell am I? I don't know what I don't know what's going on. You expect me to think that this is normal fucking shepherd's pie or anything? I don't have some. God damn. What is a fucking pie? He proceeds to take a slice of the pie.
And just like that, nobody said anything.
Does anyone want any seconds on this fucking chicken?
That's a
That's
chicken.
this bird.
And it's a bird.
There's a bird.
You
Did
should
you eat the
offer
chicken?
chicken to the bird.
Oh, I'm not offering the bird to the bird. No, you think I'm that insensitive?
You're totally in the bird. I'm just gonna chopstick waving into space. Will you eat it? I will eat it.
Well, as I didn't catch a single thing you just said.
You didn't hear anything?
Mostly because you and Katie's mics are overlapping, so
Yeah, a little bit.
it just sounds like your voice, but like consistent gibberish, and I'm just like,
Oh,
yes,
okay. Let me a little. Oh, okay. I said, come on, let's get the chicken and leg and wave it at the bird. Does he eat chicken? Does he know that this is a chicken? Can we feed it to him?
of course he knows it's a chicken. You know this is a chicken, right?
This is a chicken.
Do you say Gust is a chicken?
No, I said this is a chicken.
Is he a chicken?
No, he looks more like a crow.
Oh, yeah, he's got the beady eyes.
Those eyes are
Not
actually
that all
very
beady crows have
intelligent.
eyes, I mean.
Okay, I finished it. Here you guys go.
Did you know that apparently the only real difference between a crow and a raven is the length of their neck?
Uh-huh.
One is quite larger than the other is. Alright, did you guys get it?
Yes.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. I will be honest though.
Yeah.
TLDR.
Someone do the TLDR for him.
Hang
I
on,
know
I'm
that's
in the
my
middle
dog.
of the R part.
Oh, Carolyn. Basically, Carolyn's also been trapped here and's been trying to help people, but something gets them before she's able to help them. And she asked if we are able to figure out a way to leave, that we help her leave too.
She's Toriel.
Gestures to apartment and supplies in parchment and supplies in the corner. Which corner?
I would. The
Over here?
corner that has a bunch of bags. Yeah.
Okay. And
All the
what
bags.
parchment? Because I see books over here, but I'm
That's
not sure.
imaginary.
That's
There's no
imaginary?
question. That's imaginary. You guys are
Theater
gonna
of the
actually
minded,
have
my
the
boy.
map at the
Theater
beginning
of the
of
minded.
Yeah. I'm going to have the map for you next session so you guys can see it.
Okay.
But as you're not starting yet, it's Theater of the Mind. Alright, so now you know that she is trapped. You know that she wants you to help her. She has been there an obviously long time. Um, it would seem as though it had been decades, at the very least. Um,
Wow, so you've been trapped here and no one has come by, huh? That fucking sucks. Sorry to hear that.
so she smiles at you, and she tries, you can see she's trying to hold herself together, but she nods, and even though it's very obvious that she is stuck somewhere between happy you're there and some form of sadness of just waiting for you so long, or waiting so long for someone, not particularly you, obviously, but um, she's offering you as much as she can. She's giving you her home. She's welcoming you to every part of what she has in return that if you find a way out, you help her get out as well. That is her main goal.
I know what it's like to wait for a chance to happen, and yeah, just anyway, we like like you can tell like Dark was like kind of sloping the like kind of depressing territory, but then he like stops abruptly and he's like, well, anyway, yeah, we'll go check out those supplies. Thank you for the hospitality, and then he like proceeds to walk towards the supplies and parchments.
Boblin takes Carolyn's hand and says, Of all the terrible things that have happened in my life, I have never been isolated. And I have so much sympathy for you and your struggles. You are a wonderful, wonderful person. And this is the best result from a Taco Tuesday that I've had yet. Thank you for being here. As he
Carolyn
pops down
just
off the
starts
table.
crying. Absolutely. She holds her hand to her mouth and she is crying. She is not out of sadness, but out of relief.
Yeah.
I love that first session. We're already getting like some emotional. Ooh.
Right before Boblin was about to grab her hand, I literally was just gonna walk over and just hug her because I know what it's like to be isolated from people, whether it's by choice or not. And so I'm just gonna hug her without saying anything, just hug.
Even though you haven't said anything, it's as if Carolyn, she understands what you're giving her. She feels your empathy.
Jack has been rifling through the bags before any of you guys even went to them.
Alright, so in the bags, there's one for each of you. It's your normal bags that you hold, but each of you, will find an item in there. Right now, not yet, because that'll like come in handy next session. What the hell is going? Zion, what is that? Oh, okay.
Wait, what the hell?
The water was on the. It looked like a car wash, and I swear to God, reality slipped away from me for a second.
Wow, you see water and you trip the fuck out.
I'm not fighting it anyways. So the bags have some rations. You can see that there's some like different fruits and vegetables and things that you can tell came from her garden personally. There, each of them there are different items that would be useful to your characters individually. Neither of you really have the same thing. So, for example, Goblin, you were gifted from her after speaking with her. She gifted you a spice pouch. And in the spice pouch, you are able to just reach in and basically grab a pinch of whatever spice that you need for your cookie. And it automatically will always be the perfect amount.
This is perfect. You are godsend. Maybe Lady Luck has finally been looking down and smiling upon me this day.
And reaches out and very gently puts her hand on Gust's appendage. The feeling had definitely delivered. It was well received.
Yes.
And she says, she turns to you all and she says, "Thank you for hearing me out. Thank you for offering to help me. Thank you for your sympathy. I can't begin to tell you how much it means to me." And she is still teary-eyed, and she had stopped crying, but very much there's a lot of relief. You can see her entire body has relaxed slightly, not completely, but enough for you guys to notice that she feels, finally at a point where something has moved forward. And as you can tell, she's been in this big, giant house all alone for many, many years, waiting for someone to basically fall from the sky for her. So she hands Crystal the map.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Is it like just like a map to the kingdom? Is it a map of her garden that I really want to explore? Like,
Sorry. Jack has put something in the chat. Okay, so she hands Crystal a map. The map is from where the location you guys are to the kingdom. It's very obvious that it's not exactly a perfect map. It was handwritten. It was made by her own, her own travels. So it is as accurate as she could make it. She does have magic, so as you hold it, it kind of only opens up to you as you open it. And if someone else were to touch it without, her wanting to, it would kind of be a scrambled mess.
Mm.
So as you touch it, you now become the owner of the map.
cool.
And she has before said, if you would like, you are more than welcome to explore her gardens, her land, wherever you would like.
Yeah.
And in the bags, you'll find, different plants and stuff from her gardens. Knowing you are a plants girl, Crystal, she has opened everything of her home to you.
Right? The fact that she has plants I've never seen before means I must explore and figure them out and see if they do things that I hope they do.
So is anyone else curious about the dragon skull sitting on the chest?
Wait, that's a dragon skull?
I wonder who someone would notice. I put sheep, I put cats. There's like a cat on the couch. Why have you guys not noticed all these things?
No. I noticed
have
like
noticed.
There's a sheep right here.
a skull, but I didn't realize it was a dragon skull. I thought it was like, I don't know, it looked like a cow skull to me, just because it's really small. I was like, okay,
Yeah,
she's got some whatevs.
It definitely looks like it's a skull from a young or small dragon. Can't really tell which, but it is a dragon skull.
I'm curious how she got it.
Right? Did she just like find it? Did she kill it? Like
Carolyn is a badass, okay? Carolyn very much, while traveling, has encountered quite a few creatures that she has had to fight for her life.
Mm.
And
she's seen some
around her home, she has had, tokens and trinkets. And some of the items that you are going to be receiving are from her travels. They are things that she's found that are no longer of use to her, but what she thinks will be of use to you.
Mm.
Why is it Jackson Box? Why is it Jackson Boxwoodley?
What was that?
Why is it Jackson Boxwoodley?
What do you mean?
Why? She's asking
Why
why
did
your
you
last name
change
is
it?
Boxwordly.
I don't understand the question. That's his name.
You know exactly what I'm saying. You've changed your name again. Alright. This was supposed to be a very short. This
I just saw Jack's message, and I immediately thought of, fuck is that? Is that a fucking cat? Ma! Ma!
There's a weird fucking cat outside.
Ah, there's a weird fucking cat outside. It looks like grandma's a fucking thing.
Man,
know what that's a cat. Blink, motherfucker.
Blink, motherfucker!
Okay, this cat, unlike that cat, is a very normal looking, just fat white cat who seems to be having an amazing life.
Right? How many cats does she have?
What?
How many cats does she have around? 3?
2. There's one on the chair and one on the rug.
What's the one in front of the chair by the piano then?
It's a sheep.
That is a
She
sheep.
has 2 sheep.
That's a
She
sheep?
has 2 sheep.
That is a sheep.
She has 2 sheep, 2 cats, and a tortoise.
Wait,
Yep,
Carolyn.
this tortoise over here.
Carolyn, do you
Yes.
make yarn?
Absolutely, yes. She makes her own yarn.
I'm gonna learn all the things from Carolyn.
Does that mean we're
Brain.
Does that mean I, Boblin the Goblin, can get a Boblin the Goblin sweater? Only available
Yes.
for a short amount of time? Yes, this is a
Oh my
birthright that
God.
doesn't exist.
Carolyn can absolutely make Boblin a Boblin sweater if he so pleases.
Right? If he's only 2 foot, that's only a foot long sweater. That's a pretty small sweater.
He's
Small sweater.
2'11".
So he's almost 3 foot.
He's 1 inch short of 3 feet.
Okay, that's fair.
Fair enough.
But if effectively he's 2'11" in real life, but on Tinder he's 3 feet.
Like an extra inch. Not anything
Oh
more.
my God.
Wait, if Boblin's on Tinder, does Boblin pack?
Oh,
That's a good question. Does Bob pack on Tinder?
Boblin, you're allowed to tell them as much as you want to tell them. But
Boblin
we
is
did discuss this before.
innocent. He thought Tinder was a way to find friends,
Oh.
and he is absolutely innocent. He has no knowledge of anything
Oh.
about anything, and he is just absolutely just Tinder? Yeah, I have Tinder. I'm 3 feet on Tinder, and why are you laughing? I put DTF on there, and there are a bunch of people calling me gross. But I just said down to. But like, doesn't DTF mean down to frolic?
What's Tinder?
Yeah, as a matter of
It's
fact,
like it's like this magic thing. Here, I got it on this like weird little orb that this one I stole, but like for a very good reason.
What was the very good reason, Boblin?
He tried to take my fingers.
Like cut them off and run off with them?
Or
No, more like he wouldn't cut them off. More like he would just kind of snatch them and then sell them to the highest bidder. As he holds up his perfectly perfect fingers that should not be on a goblin. I have modeled before with these hands.
Good for you, Boblin. Good for you.
They're very valuable. So yeah, you let's try. So I stole this little orb thing, and like there's a bunch of women on here for some reason, and they all look really nice. I mean, this one has a dog in her picture.
Dogs are nice.
Oh, I shouldn't show you that. I shouldn't show you that picture. That would probably be very inappropriate to show you. I don't think she'd appreciate if I just put that out there. So we're gonna swipe past that one. And here she is at Goblin World, and yeah, she seems like a really nice friend. Swipe.
It's for no purpose.
I just mashed with you just to say you're not 4 foot, so you're not the one for me. You're too short. What the fuck? You just want to be friends. Why does it matter?
Boblin, let me see your orb.
He hands Crystal the orb
She
with tears in his eyes.
Right? She takes the orb and says, "Fuck your societal bullshit. I am a good person. It shouldn't matter, and you really hurt my feelings."
That's what she types in.
Yes.
She just said, yes, as true to Boblin as he.
Goblin looks up at Crystal with tears in his eyes and just hugs her cat.
So this is some of the shit I've been sheltered from.
I give Boblin head pats.
You are such a nice person. I apologize for every Tuesday that happens in the future.
Why?
Saying that with utter sincerity.
But it's Wednesday, Boblin. Why are you apologizing for Tuesdays?
You'll find out.
That sounds
Well then.
not
As he walks away after hugging your calf to converse with Gust.
I may be sheltered, but even I know what that means.
right. That's not gonna be.
As you approach
Gus.
Gus, you see him petting the head of the turtle as he turns, looks at you, and just goes, "Bird."
You know what? That probably did come from a bird. I believe it.
I don't know about that.
Well, it came from an egg, and birds come from eggs. So,
Birds come from eggs.
So the
Birds
turtle,
come from eggs?
but the turtles lay eggs
Does
too.
come from an egg?
but also, turtles have beaks, kind of weird-looking things.
Actually, no, squid have beaks.
Which could also be birds.
This sheep is very soft. Derek says as he like pets a sheep. Meh.
Right, I like how we're just like all the animals.
This is the
Exactly.
most wholesome session 0.
Right?
Yeah. They
Jack
for Jack.
awkwardly reaches out. Jack awkwardly reaches out to pet Gust hesitantly.
Everybody pets regular animals. Jack. Sentient
Jack.
bird.
Quietly mumbles to himself. Jack quietly mumbles to
The
himself.
turtle in existential crisis. The fact that the turtle is sentient enough to understand that we're calling him a bird.
That just goes to
It's a very
show
smart turtle.
that's a microcosm of how odd this labyrinth is.
That's just the beginning. That turtle has purred and is sentient enough to have an existential crisis. Yes. This is Carolyn's tortoise. Can any of you guess what the tortoise's name is?
motive.
That poor turtle.
I like how we're saying turtle and tortoise interchangeably, like it doesn't matter.
Boblin picks up the tortoise, the tortoise, holds it over his head, and says, "You're flying! You're flying!"
How heavy is that turtle?
It should. I hope it's not heavier than what an 8 in strength can manage.
Seeing as the turtle is a tortoise and he's quite large, he'd be pretty hefty.
Don't roll
you'd be
this
about,
athletics
like-
check then. First roll of the
Yeah.
campaign, boys. First roll of the campaign, boys. Let's go.
Let's go.
Roll that athletics check to see if you can lift the damn
Hey!
tortoise.
You guys
You can
didn't
look
see
at
it, but I
first.
rolled an 18.
Yes, you can lift the tortoise.
Woo!
Let me
Wait,
fix
how
that.
do
You can fly.
I think you're good.
Jack comes over to offer his help, wherein if anyone needs to move the tortoise, he and Boblin will now be responsible for dragging it throughout the rest of the adventure.
You cannot steal her tortoise.
Jack feels very confident he can steal the tortoise.
This woman, I'm not going to question Jack, actually. You can maybe ask for the tortoise.
but you can't just take it.
You can't just take it.
In Jack's experience, he feels he can very much just take it.
I almost got eaten by a tortoise before.
Oh my god.
Eaten by a tortoise.
I did indeed get almost eaten by a tortoise, Gus.
I'll be right back, okay?
No problem, baby.
My grandma called me. I'm coming!
what kind of life have you lived? What stories can you tell?
So, Boblin, what hasn't killed you? Like, what hasn't tried to kill you?
That is a good question.
Good question.
Hmm. I would say lettuce, but there's those lettuce monsters. And,
Okay, lettuce. That's a that's pretty safe.
well, no, I almost got killed by some lettuce monsters.
Oh, the fuck?
Let's see. I haven't tried to kill myself.
Oh God,
That's good. Keep it that way. Holy shit.
Goblin, no.
Um,
Was that
I can't,
existential dread I heard in that?
I can't say air hasn't tried to kill me. Some air elementals have tried to murder me.
Fair point.
Everybody. So you have gotten basically what you needed from Carolyn. You are free to stay and talk more, or like roam around the house, or even ask Carolyn more questions. But as of now, you are officially up to like what session 0 is stopping at, because once you guys leave, her home in the clearing and start, that's when you guys are going to be actually on your journey. That's session 1. So, oh God.
Cool.
Half of Flint.
This
Okay,
has
go
been
ahead.
awesome. Thank you.
So yes, you guys are free to do what you want, but as of now, you've gotten most of what you need, and whatever I forgot, I will give you guys notes in session 0 to catch everything up to where it needs to be.
You know what? I think I think almost everything I've encountered has tried to kill me, other than myself.
Oh, God.
Jesus. Well, I mean, stick with us. I guess you'll have better luck, right?
Oh, you better not take that back, because I really do need friends, and they don't last long typically.
Out here, I bet we need all the help we can get.
I really hope you don't take that back. This is the first time somebody has said that I should stick within. Typically, it's, oh boy, oh God, it's Boblin. Quick, run, hi!
Jesus Christ, this poor goblin. But he just says under his breath, Jesus Christ, this poor guy. Or no, not Jesus Christ. Loki, this poor fucking guy. Holy shit. Boy, Loki, this poor fucking goblin.
Well, I sure hope everybody is able to, I'm not completely useless. I can cook. I cook really good food.
You could definitely
Except
use
apparently
help.
on Tuesdays.
I can't cook worth shit, honestly. Like, fuck.
I'm still curious how the heck Boblin knows primordial in order to speak to the elementals.
It's less that I know primordial, and more food is a universal language. And hunger is also a universal language. Jack and Carolyn are going at it right now.
Jack downs it, barely glancing at what she even handed to him. The only sense that he actually had before it went into his mouth was whatever the vaguely shaped chalice was. He didn't see it. He didn't smell it. He downed it immediately.
Katie,
Yeah.
I have an ability.
hmm Oh, what is that? Oh my god, beautiful.
I would like to ritually cast Speak with Animal.
Alright, who are you gonna go have a chat with?
I'm gonna have a chat with the turtle.
What?
I'm gonna have a chat with the turtle.
The turtle? What do you say to the turtle?
How was your experience with flight?
Please never do that to me again. I've
I
seen too much.
apologize.
Boblin the turtle?
It was Spirit Seeker.
With
Boblin
spirit?
Yep.
The turtle closes his eyes. He no longer see. He chooses no longer to see.
Oh, wise turtle of the couch, what is your wisdom?
Fucking Derek is like doing like a double take on. What, is he talking to fucking turtle?
Oh, wise turtle of the couch, what is your wisdom?
Give me a sec.
I just imagine as Boblin's talking to this turtle, he's actually speaking in turtle.
So it's just like, what sound do turtles make?
I only know what sound they make when they're fucking, and that is it.
I've heard a turtle hiss before. That's about it.
Turtle sounds.
I always just thought turtle sounds were just the same as skeleton sounds, so it's just a bunch of rattling.
Oh my god. Alright. That's it. You guys just hear a bunch of rattling.
Tortoise.
Yeah, that's turtle fucking. That turtle's fucking.
Oh,
Growling tortoise.
growl.
Falcata tortoise. Stretching for carrot. Deep mating sound. Falcata.
Who is looking
Yeah,
up turtle mating sounds? Stop it.
I'm not intentionally looking up just mating sounds. I'm looking up all sounds.
Yeah, but the mating sound inevitably came up.
Oh.
Goes and starts. We're about to look now. 10-minute timer. Yeah.
Give me the tortoise making an angry noise.
Boblin not getting any wisdom from the tortoise of the couch.
Oh,
Moves to
Wait, no, Boblin. Turtle gave you wisdom.
my good lad, my wisdom is no help to you. I can feel the weight on your shoulders from the burden you bear. Ah!
Wait, he has only a 9. An 8 in strength? 9 in strength?
Mhm.
Yes.
So how does the burden not crush you?
Well,
He has an
Boblin,
insane constitution.
Yeah, my constitution is absolutely ridiculous.
Isn't it like 1 under 20?
It is 1 under 20, yes. Boblin getting the wisdom from the turtle. Moves on to the couch cat.
Do you wait? What's your wisdom, Boblin?
My wisdom? 17.
Oh, wait, is your wisdom higher? No, it is. What the fuck?
Isn't theirs too?
Really lying.
You want to know my dexterity?
What?
18.
Okay. Fuck your rolls, first of all. That's not cool, man.
I have a 13 in charisma and a 10 in intelligence. So
Oh, well,
my lowest
But-
stat is strength.
But you gotta think, he's a barbarian that dumped his strength stat.
yeah.
Yeah.
I have 19 wisdom, 15 constitution, and strength, dexterity, and charisma are 11. And my intelligence is 10.
So you're semi-smart, but not really. You're standardly smart. Ha! You have to dumb yourself down.
It's more street smarts with his wisdom, I guess.
See,
Nuts.
see, Gust here
Wait,
has an intelligence of 13 and a wisdom
Oh,
of 15. So he's a smart bird. He just can't talk for shit.
yeah, but that's why I gave him head pats, because you can tell he's smart. I'm just gonna give everyone head pats, because that's just
Head pats.
head pats. But I'm just gonna do it with like no reason, no words, no nothing. I'm just gonna go into people's personal space. Head pat. What's up?
Jack-o'-lantern box cutter. Because why?
Can I have more tea?
Yeah, you can get more tea. More tea too. That up there.
No, I know. I just.
Do you pet the cat, Boblin?
Bring it back, folks. Grab him some tea.
Okay, Jack is absolutely tripping right now.
What did he do? Did he eat something?
Well, Carolyn gave him a chalice of something that she did not explain what it was. He downed it in one gulp.
And it turned out to be hallucinogens.
It was a wine made from berries in her garden.
Oh, okay. How you doing, Jack?
I can smell colors and taste sounds.
I immediately go over to Carolyn and I'm like, tell me everything about what you put in his drink. And as soon as she tells me all of that, and I write it down in my little book that I have in my little pouch, I will then, Where the frick did it go? I know I have the correct thing for this. D. Where are my spells? D. Actually, I don't really have a spell that can help him. Never mind. I'll ask Aaron if he's got a healing spell when he comes back.
God.
But you're a druid, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to spell Goodberry?
I do not.
Ah.
I decided against Goodberry to get more poison things.
Or poison things.
Oh, y'all don't realize. I specialize in poisonous plants and man-eating plants and just plants that you don't normally think of. That's partially why I was isolated. People found me creepy.
Oh my god, Jack is just having a field day over there. Alright.
But is there actually like a berry of like that in D&D that you can get? Is this a buyable berry? Can I take some of the berries from Carolyn?
It is not a buyable berry, but it is a berry that you can absolutely ask Carolyn for.
Oh, fabulous.
Nice spot, baby.
Thank you. Drew didn't realize what type of druid I was. He's like, "Don't you have good berry?" And I'm like, no.
Not everyone takes good berry.
Well, that.
Good berry's really good though.
But no, I have chill touch and like I purify food and drink, but it's already in his system, so that doesn't really work.
Yeah.
You could use purified food and drink on his human flesh, considering it food.
Wait, do you guys want to do that? Because he is absolutely busting out the tunes right now.
Have him roll a
Oh, never
performance
mind.
check.
Yeah, right?
Oh, yeah, wait, no. Buzz, roll a performance check.
People still here?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. My cousin wanted to show me a magic trick
Buzz, come here.
that failed.
Like literally?
Buzz, I've summoned you. Come here.
Alright.
Oh, Game Master summoned you.
I do not remember
Cool.
what I was going to ask the cat of the couch.
Oh.
Oh. You're gonna go to your character sheet.
I'm gonna go to my character sheet.
No, I'm showing Buzz. Oh, you can. Let me mute myself so that way it's not. Okay. So. I'm gonna change this so you.
Carolyn gave him hallucinogenic berries, and I'm able to ask her for the berries if she so feels inclined to give me some. Which is why what type of plants I specialize in was brought up,
Okay.
and why I was cast out. So if you damn bitch,
Yes, it's canon.
Damn, that 20.
well I guess he does do that.
Yeah, he did. Alright, and I'm just gonna add it now before I forget. I'm gonna add to your items 3 that you do have.
Oh, perfect. It's not concentration. I can still have speak with animals whilst at the same time doing these synths with the fucking turtle. Let's go.
You're like, I can speak to both at the same time.
I have given you.
I am going to cast beast synths with the turtle.
God.
But is the turtle willing?
I asked the turtle for consent.
The turtle consents. Give me a second. How do I send something to just you, Boblin? How do I do that?
Like a handout or just like a message?
Just a message.
Oh, just type /W in the chat, and when you hit space, it'll pull up a list of character names, and you just make sure you type in his name. And then type out the message.
Characters, but I found it. Alright.
Or, of course, alternatively, you could just private message him in Discord.
What do you do if I have to whisper to someone in this?
Upon gaining beast gaining the sense of the turtle, you all hear Boblin say, "I am the turtle!" And the turtle is me.
I look over to Carolyn after Boblin said. I look after Boblin says this to Carolyn, and I'm like, "Did you give Boblin something also, or is this just
Carolyn
Boblin?"
shakes her head. She shakes her head. No, I think this is just Boblin.
Fair enough.
I can smell what the turtle smells.
Well then. Is there anything inside that chicken?
Right? Y'all just willingly ate her food.
Yeah.
You didn't check it. Nothing.
Well, to be fair, it's high wisdom.
If you guys want, you can check it now.
It's the simple fact.
Already in their systems.
It's the simple fact that I don't know if I have the highest wisdom, but I have some of the top wisdom, and nah, man, who be vibing here? Fuck wisdom. I need wisdom. I'm only here for the good shit.
And then again, like Derek wasn't really paranoid or anything when he was eating, so he probably just didn't even bother to look and just ate. So it's his fucking fault if there was something.
Right, we all feel safe at Carolyn's.
Yeah, pretty much.
Boblin
But
being
yeah.
able to see himself through the turtle's eyes. But he can't actively see where he is walking, so he stops.
Okay, that shows to everybody, but that's for Boblin.
Jack, how many times are you gonna change your goddamn name?
Yeah, right?
I see Jackson Boxwordly, Jacksworth Boxer. Let's see. Your current one
Leonard
is Jack-O-Lantern Box Cutter.
Right, that one's pretty good.
Yeah.
Jackathy Boxington.
It was Jackery Boxworth before.
Jacking Box Off?
Out of my pants.
Oh, yeah.
Boblin.
Did the turtle just give me alchemy?
What?
Did the turtle just give me the ability to clap my hands, put them on the ground and form anything that I want? Because that's what it
No.
feels like it gave me. Did this shit just go like, "I am truth," and then just say, "I"?
No, you can try, but absolutely not.
It's very much what it feels like. Yeah, you know everything and nothing at all now. Goodbye. Huh?
Yep. As soon as he gave it to you, he took it away. The turtle takes it and gives it.
As I was saying, Boblin probably tripped over his own feet, seeing himself walking, but not being able to look where his feet are. So he tripped over himself, and when his senses come back to his body, he just says, "Turtle is gone."
Gus has
Yeah,
no clue what's going on, so he just continues petting the turtle.
The turtle very much enjoys Gus' company. Oh my god, Jack is just awakening and falling back to sleep. Great. To start.
Boblin and Jack have immediately become the most chaotic, the opposite ends of chaos.
Opposite ends of chaos.
I figured as much was gonna happen.
Yeah.
We've got Carolyn and Crystal in the corner talking to each other about plants and gardening. We've got Derek enjoying his feast. Jack is in and out of consciousness. Dust is enjoying his time with the turtle, and Boblin just came back from the strangest trip of his life, but yet at the same time not. As Boblin has had quite a long life with a lot of things happening to him.
You know what? You know what always solves a wild day? Desserts. Carolyn, where's your kitchen?
Carolyn laughs
I'm gonna cook us something.
and she comes. What are you doing, son? It's this way, Boblin. Through this little door.
I need to check out her kitchen too.
Oh no, she's taking you
There's
to the
no kitchen
basement.
there, but go ahead, have fun.
Derek is also compelled to check out the kitchen.
Oh,
There
I have
is
so many. I
enough for
have
the
so many
kitchen.
cooking assistants today.
But imagine if you will, like even though everything feels so cottagecore, the second you walk into the kitchen, it's like the most beautiful kitchen you've ever seen. It is pristine, and like you see, there's like a ton of pots, pans, and everything you would need in a kitchen. She has like bottles of wine in a wine rack. She has a bunch of like vegetables and like fruits baskets and just things around the kitchen that seem like her possessions are there, but the kitchen feels so out of place because it seems so modern.
Mm.
But it is a top tier kitchen, one that
I'm-
Gordon Ramsay himself would enjoy.
Nice. I immediately start opening cupboards.
Carolyn shows you to where she keeps all of her hallucinogenic or fruits that have effects.
I immediately find the flour, the sugar, and the vanilla extract. And the cream cheese. And the butter.
She has a farm, so all of these things are fresh.
Oh, Carolyn, you truly are a godsend. As Boblin starts getting immediately to work. You've never seen a goblin whip it up in the kitchen like this. This man's just chefing right now.
Derek just has to watch this little guy just go to fucking work.
It's like watching Remy cook in Ratatouille. It's just like a beautiful action and dance, and you're just like, what?
But now the question is, how does he reach the counters?
The
Carolyn
question is,
grabs him a stool. Carolyn has accommodated his small stature.
no. Boblin refuses the help, but thanks her anyway, as he relies solely on his dex right now.
Oh shit! Here we go.
As he parkours up the shelves to get certain things and certain dishes and certain ingredients, backflips and twists and turns. Like I said, it's a dance.
Boblin, you want to roll acrobatics, please?
Absolutely, I do.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yikes.
That's
Alright.
not bad.
So you're
Alright.
still able to bounce around, but not as elegantly as you see it in your mind. For what you see is Ratatouille, and for what they see is a small goblin rummaging through a kitchen.
Is what would look like a drunken man
Yes.
ravaging a perfectly good kitchen.
The grace in your mind is only in your mind.
And that is all that matters to Boblin.
Right?
If it works, it works.
Live your best life, Boblin.
As once Boblin finishes, you see a chocolate cake, a beautifully sculpted chocolate cake at that, a cheesecake with that looks like a giant peppermint. And you see at the end of the table most likely the most beautiful fruit tart that you've ever seen. Like the kiwis are peeled in such a way that they look like genuine grass that's growing. And there's a strawberry version of Derek and a pineapple version of Crystal and a blueberry version of Gus and a blackberry version of Jack and a little green and grape sculpture of Bubbling. In the center of this tart. And and I would like to think it almost brings a tear to Carolyn's eye, as she is the centerpiece, as her sculpture is actually made out of a cantaloupe.
Oh my god. Boblin carved a cantaloupe in the shape of Carolyn in Carolyn's muse.
That's amazing.
Dark
Yes.
is just fucking amazed.
Enjoy.
Gust finally smelling all of this from across the house is like, what's this? Is slowly making his way over.
Hey, Carolyn, it's probably for the best that I leave. But I will always come back to visit.
She nods in agreement, but you know secretly she doesn't want you to go. Not even so secretly. She just has what's the word? She has acquired a lot
Boblin
of
never forgets.
admiration.
I'm so offended in Boblin. Boblin would never stoop so low as to calling a woman a bitch unless she absolutely deserved it.
And absolutely not Carolyn.
And absolutely never Carolyn.
Seriously. Well, that shit, like, come on.
Carolyn is like the absolute greatest person he's met in his life so far. But as Boblin puts away his chef's hat, yes, he was wearing a chef's hat that entire time.
Can you recognize his game?
Carolyn is a dame.
But as Boblin puts away his chef's hat, he bows and says, "Do enjoy this wonderful spread of dessert that I have prepared for you, as a sign of our new friendship together."
Holy shit, I'm gonna eat myself so hard.
Okay.
You see Carolyn pick up.
Like, Dark just wants that fucking tart.
Oh my god. Carolyn picks up the cantaloupe. What was it? A melon? A cantaloupe?
It was a cantaloupe carving of her.
She picks up the cantaloupe carving of her, and you see her put it on a platter and put a glass thing over it. Like one of those, like, you know how, like, Beauty and the Beast
Just a
have,
glass
like,
case over it.
thing over the rose. She puts it in a glass case and puts it on display.
Right, and she would know how to keep it from rotting. Oh my god, that's
Yep.
so sweet.
Something to remember Boblin by.
Oh.
Boblin puts away his chef's hat and allows everyone to eat. He goes into the corner of the kitchen and starts practicing tacos. With just the fucking bullshit that he has in his, like, pouch. Why aren't my tacos ever good? He's just mumbling to himself, why are my tacos my tacos are never any good, as he takes a bite of a lint coin and fucking dirt taco that he made from the shit in his pocket. Just
Oh, with the spices Carolyn gave him. I was so good. I was like, what?
Yeah, the spice pouch you got.
Why Bob no eat the fancy desserts?
Boblin tries not to eat what he creates, as he creates them for the enjoyment of others, not for
He
the
created
enjoyment of
one
himself.
in his own image.
Who
I
gets
would
to eat
assume
Boblin?
that one was for him.
Nope.
Wait, so who gets to eat him?
Bob doesn't be hooking them product. I guess.
Whoever wants to, if two people try to get it, I want them to roll off.
Who's going for Boblin? I'm assuming Jacko Boxroth is.
Well,
as you could say if you are or not.
What was that?
Are you going to go for Boblin, the Great Boblin?
The Great Boblin.
The Great Boblin thing. The sculpture.
Hold on.
oh my god, Boaz.
Everyone knows Boblin.
I knew it was coming, but I was like, damn, it's early.
Listen, I made Boblin to be the mascot of this group. This is only natural.
It's gonna be hard not to love Boblin.
It's very difficult not to love Boblin. Me and Katie have discussed this in detail.
No, I'm not disagreeing because I already love Boblin, but like want to like murder things that want to hurt Boblin, like literally, like urge is there. Like when something's so cute, you have to like keep it very, very safe. But damn.
For delicious. That's the one thing he cannot make. It's a problem.
Is what?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I guess don't worry about it. None of our business. Alright. Are you guys ready?
Or what?
Well, basically to end session and for you guys to leave Carolyn's.
Yeah, I made our desserts. By the way, everybody
Eventually has to start.
should get everybody.
I have
Yeah.
no idea what anybody said other than Boblin. Wolf Jordan.
That.
Oh, God.
That.
Oh, I
Yes.
was just gonna say, do we have to leave Carolyn's already? Or
If you want to start next session on Carolyn's, you can.
right? 'Cause
Wait, how do you have a feed already?
Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna worry about it. How do you have a feed already?
I offered everyone one.
You did?
Yeah, I said if you can find one that like matches to what you've made of your character already because you're at level 3, then like for Boblin's, we talked about how he wanted the chef feat, and that one's not like super detrimental. So if you want a feat, you can have a feat.
See, this is why I
Okay.
record sessions, because that sounds like an important thing, and I remember none of it.
It's a good thing we didn't have any combat this session. Not that the chef beat
Right?
me
Yeah.
out, but like, there's a lot of combat-oriented feats, and
Yes, you can have a feat.
I don't know. I was just curious because I'm fairly certain that goblins don't get a feat at
no,
level 1.
Boblin is just built different, bro. What are you talking about?
Boblin is built different, alright. Boblin has lived many lives of Boblins. He is the most...
Boblin is the most legendary Boblin of his line of Boblins.
Yep.
And that's not a joke. His entire... Let me say this in character. I am Boblin the 53rd.
That's a lot of goblins. Holy shit.
Yeah, there's
My
a long
mother-
lineage of Boblin.
My mother Boblin the 42nd, and my father Boblin the 22nd. Don't ask. My father is the main line of Boblins, and every female goblin or every woman or man that marries into the family changes their name to Boblin. So it's not
Wait.
really an age thing, but when a new Boblin gets added, they are. My mother was the 43rd Boblin because she got added. My father was the 22nd because he was born. Therefore, I'm the 53rd. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Oh,
Because I was. So, whoever I end up courting will become Boblin. Maybe the 54th, depending on if Uncle Boblin hasn't remarried again.
Again. All right. I'm not gonna ask.
No, that's fair.
Go on,
I'm
Boblin.
only the 53rd because Uncle Boblin has had a lot of wives and husbands. Uncle Boblin, don't judge. Uncle Boblin is also the 10th.
Boblin has a lot of potential.
That's pretty neat.
And that is some cursed information that I will leave you all with for next session to ponder on.
I don't even really have to ponder. That makes sense.
It's just the fact that if you could consider Boblin an invasive species to the Earth.
Yeah.
But it's only the best invasive species.
What do you choose to do? Are you staying at Carolyn? Or are you... What are your votes?
We're having a party of friendship at Caroline's and we're leaving the next session. I think that is what we should all agree upon.
Yeah.
If we agree upon the friendship party at Caroline's, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
I. Sorry. I.
Alright, perfect then.
Cool.
And then I'll add some more things. That also helps so that Carolyn gets to know you guys and give you guys more things. I already have an idea of what she's giving Crystal and Jack. I don't know what she's giving Derek or Gust yet. Because I have to look at
Oh yeah, I should probably send them stuff about Derek's backstory, like about his, how we got here and all that jazz. Oh, hey, what are you poking me, baby?
He's like, man.
To be fair, some of that I typed up just earlier today.
He's
You're
been
good.
working.
I was not prepared for this at all, so I apologize, everyone. But
It's okay. No. This has been great. Thank you.
This
I
is
did
solid
give you all
session.
warnings. So.
Solid session. Solid session.
Yeah.
Right? This is a solid session.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. No one needed to die.
Right?
Except for Gus at that one point, but that's an alternate universe.
Yeah.
He didn't technically die. His hit points just didn't exist.
Oh,
so
shit.
Gus just vanished from existence for a hot second.
Yeah.
Oof.
That's even worse.
A little bit, yeah.
Seed of a weird
Alternate universe.
no
There was a solid second where Carolyn was like, "Oh shit, what did I put in the fucking pie?"
On this week's episode of Stranger Things.
Drew, you should name this. You should name this video "Friendship is Magic."
Yes.
Oh my god.
I mean, that's pretty much this episode in a nutshell. Yeah. Yeah. This has been quite the wholesome episode.
Can't wait till shit gets very unwholesome.
Right? I
when
know.
it becomes
And
Tuesday.
I know this. I have one thing specifically prepared, and I'm dreading it now.
I
You're
can't.
like, oh.
This is our cue to send more things to DM so that the DM will have more means to make us suffer.
Yes.
Oh boy.
If I'm being completely honest, this is the first time I've made a cinnamon bun character.
I have
What you
enough
talking
on
about?
Goblin.
Oswald was a cinnamon bun character.
What?
Oswald.
Oswald was a cinnamon bun character, but he wasn't the cinnamon bun character. We had Caesar for that. Because Caesar was a good boy. Caesar was a golden retriever wizard in one of me and Drew's other campaigns.
That's great.
Nice.
He was a good
And
boy.
He was a good boy.
he did not like to be pet, but when he let you pet him, you felt like the most special person in the world.
Oh, that's probably the best.
Yeah.
Therefore, making him the token cinnamon bun character.
Yup.
Me whenever I get to pet Jelly Bean.
Literally so true. He loves you, but he hates you for so long.
He's still barking at me, and I fucking live here.
Yeah.
You always come in looking different.
See a blind dog.
He a blind dog. If you when you come in with your mask, it freaks me out for a minute too, because you don't look like you.
But I wear a mask pretty much all the time outside.
Uh-huh. It's different outside than in the house.
Okay. I guess.
It's different. It reads in brain different.
So, are we all clear to cut the recording here?
Yes.
Yeah, I think
we're
so.
good.